everyone, this is Abigail with Pinkstone Threads, and today we are going to be making this adorable stockinette stitched scrunchie. This is the perfect use for any scrap materials, and let's get started. To start this project, you're going to need some knitting needles. I have these 4mm cable needles from Knit Picks. You're going to need a hairband. You want to use one of these thicker ones because they do have a bit more elasticity, and that is going to provide some more scrunch to your scrunchie. You also want to use a light color to the yarn that you're using, just in case it does show through. So that brings us to the yarn. I am using this True Blue yarn from Lion Brand Yarns. This is just some scrap. This is a perfect scrap project, so whatever you have will work. To start, you'll cast on 25 stitches with the long tail cast on method. If you're using a different yarn or needle size, you just want your cast on stitches to measure at about 5 inches. And keep in mind that will stretch out as we do knit about the first 3 rows or so. So go ahead and knit 1 row. Now you're going to purl the row. So to purl, you want to make sure that your working yarn is in front of your project. You're going to insert your needle into the back of the loop, coming from the right side to the left side. Your right needle should be over your left needle, and it'll wrap that around. So you'll just repeat that all the way across, and I'll meet you back here. I finished purling that row, and you're just going to continue with that. Knit 1 row, purl 1 row until your project measures about 10 inches in length. I do have my 10 inches here. And here is the purl side, here is that knit side, and we are just going to go ahead and cast off. Knit 2 stitches and go ahead and take that first stitch and just slip it over the second, and I repeat that all the way across. I completed my cast off and I left an extra long tail so we can seam up and down the sides. So take your tapestry needle, go ahead and thread that. And then take your hairband, and we are going to sew our scrunchie, our project, onto our elastic band. So we are going to sew this with the purl side out. And you just want to match stitch for stitch, kind of row for row, all the way across. It may be kind of awkward to sew, but you're just going to try to do your best here. So go ahead and sew down the sides. And you can use a blanket stitch or just a simple running stitch, whatever you do prefer. And I've made it to the end there, so we're just going to go ahead and knot off our end, and we can weave it in later as well. So the reason we sewed with the purl side out is so that we can actually turn it inside out, so that the seam is going to be hidden on the inside. And then take that long end if you still have a good amount of yarn on there, and you are just going to seam up those ends. And once you get to the end of seaming those 2 sides together, you're just going to knot that as well. And you can just weave these ends into your project. So I'm going to actually cut this one a little bit shorter first. And just go ahead and weave those in. And once they're on the inside of your project, they'll be hidden there forever. So just, if it comes out the other side, just trim it and then adjust your fabric and it'll be stuck in there. So I'll go ahead and do the other one, and then we can take a look at our finished project. And here's our finished scrunchie. This is such a fun, easy, quick project, a great way to use up scraps, and just overall a cool little thing that you can add to any gift. It is, you can kind of adjust it to make it look a bit more twisted. It is very bulky, so you can make yours a little bit smaller or larger, whatever you prefer. And thank you so much for watching. So again, this is Abigail with Pinkstone Threads, and thank you for watching. Please comment if you have any different techniques for doing this, or what your preferred yarn is. And thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.